Hi, I'm Matt Uniforth, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to make a good video for the Division of Math and Natural Sciences for the Undergraduate Research Day. So you should start your video by showing your name and putting the word Queens College someplace at the start of the video. Now you could either have that be the whole screen and just write your name in Queens College, or you could do the kind of thing they do on the TV news where you can just start talking and then kind of at the bottom of the screen have your name in Queens College. Near the beginning of the video, you should also say what department you're in, and you should say what laboratory and what professor you work with. And you can also say the title of your research project, but I'd only recommend you do this if your title is actually something that people will understand. If your title has a lot of unusual jargon in it, you could say what your work is without using all the specific jargon. And actually that brings us to the next idea. So you should really try to explain your work in a way that someone would understand it who doesn't know anything about your field. So imagine that you met some random person on the subway, and for some reason they really wanted you to tell them about your science project. How would you describe what you do? Why do you do something like this? Why is it helpful to the world? What is the cool thing you're trying to learn about? That kind of thing. Maybe you show some pictures or some videos that kind of make it a little more interesting and illustrate what you're saying. That way, even somebody who doesn't completely understand all of the details will get something from the images. So you don't have to explain everything that you do. You just need to say maybe one interesting detail about your work. So these videos are going to be played during the Undergraduate Research Conference event. And so the goal is that maybe someone would see your video and then they'll hear that one interesting detail that you talked about, and then maybe that's going to make them want to go over to you by your poster and come up and ask you some questions. So just kind of explain the general idea of what you're studying and what the topic is, and if there's one kind of interesting aspect of it, that's what you'd want to communicate in the video. It's just a little preview of what you're doing that then might encourage people to ask you about it some more. If you have anyone else's face in the video, you should ask them to sign one of those photo and video releases that we have posted on the website of the Undergraduate Research Conference. And also, since your face is in the video, you should sign one of these forms too. Now, what do you do with these forms? You can either upload them as an attachment when you submit your abstract to the EasyChair website, or you can just have them on paper and bring them with you to the Undergraduate Research Conference. At the end of your video, it would also be nice if you have your name and it says Queens College at the very end. That way, if somebody started watching your video halfway, then they'd know who it was that they had just been watching.